If we're talking about an Iowa player, it has to mean it's a tight end. The man everyone seems to be billing as a headliner, TJ Hockenson, is next in our 2019 NFL Draft video profile series. So stick around for a few minutes right here on DynastyLeagueFootball.com.
The NFL Draft Profile Series, NFL Prospects, break it down, let's get it. People's pen and the gridiron scholar, time to do it major. Let's see who running the field, let's analyze the data. Yeah, let's go.
John, I'm going to turn this over right away to you, right from the start, breaking a little tradition with how we've been doing these so far, but I'm curious to see what you have to say about TJ Hockenson before I get into it, because this is truly a polarizing player for me, not because there's any questions about his ability, but just because this class is so talented at the tight end position, especially at the top. So I'm curious to see, do you have him at the very top or somewhere in that top tier?
Andy, I've watched so much film of these two players at Iowa, and it's very difficult. But right now, I have TJ Hockenson second, and his partner, Noah Fant, I have first. And we discussed Noah Fant earlier. Go check out that video, everyone. Now, I'm old enough to remember when Penn State was linebacker U and University of Miami was quarterback U. Well, right now, Iowa is tight end university. The talent that is coming out of that system at tight end is just simply amazing, Andy. You've got to watch Iowa Hawkeyes play. I'm already excited to see who they got next year on the depth chart for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Now, how good was Hockenson? Hey, last year he was the John Mackey Award winner, Ozzie Newsome Award winner, All-American first team, and Walter Camp second team. Just prolific awards for what the young man did on the field. In 2017, he was Big Ten All-Freshman honorable mention because he was playing behind Noah Fant, who had an incredible 2017 season. Hey, Hockenson is academic all Big Ten past 2 years. This young man puts in the work not only on the field, but in the classroom. He concluded his career with the Hawkeyes with 1,080 yards receiving and 9 touchdowns. But what is so impressive about him, Andy, I have 6 benchmarks that I look for from the tight end position. He exceeds 5 of those benchmarks. The only one he did not exceed is receptions for his career. He has 73, but remember, he didn't play a lot and he's leaving school early. So I'll give him a pass for that. If he had returned, he would have easily exceeded that benchmark also. He is just a great 3-down competitor. 6'5", 251 pounds. Now, to me, the difference that separates Fant and Hockenson, I think Hockenson is a nasty, mean blocker. He gets dirty, he latches onto you, and you see a lot of highlights where the defensive guy is in the ground eating some dirt. I think that's what separates Fant from Hockenson. I think the NFL will like Hockenson better because he's a more intense blocker. But I give Fant the pass catching, and that's why I like him a little bit more. I'm not taking anything away from Hockenson. He's a superb athleticism, size, speed, and body control. He is the ultimate chess piece for an offensive coordinator. He was employed as an inline tight end, an H-back, a fullback. He was used as a wide receiver. He is just an awesome, versatile playmaker. He ran a diverse route tree, deep crossers, seam routes, delays, and quick hitches. What is amazing about these Iowa tight ends? They come into the NFL and they're ready to play all 3 downs. He has soft hands and easily corrals passes. He tracks the ball well, and he has a very big catch radius. He attacks the secondary vertically down the seam and a security blanket for a quarterback. I think it's a toss-up who gets drafted first in the NFL, Fant or Hockenson. I like Fant. Andy, who do you like in this great dynamic duo?
Well, it's absolutely astonishing to me that this guy is on the same team, is nearly the same exact age, and is in the same class as Noah Fant. He had better production, is universally considered to be a more complete player, and yet is still not unanimously considered to be the top tight end in the 2019 draft. Either we are trying to overlook the obvious or think he doesn't have a lot more to add to his current game, or, well, I don't know what else it could be. TJ Hockenson is really, really, really ridiculously good at playing tight end. That's all you need to know. He is quite arguably the safest prospect at any position in this entire draft. If you don't believe me, check out my friend Thor Nystrom from RotoWorld, who has him as a top 10 pick overall. The support is out there. This guy does it all. He is the best blocker in this class. He runs great routes. He has great hands. He does everything you'd want if you were to make a tight end out of clay. The only knock, if there should even be one, is that he doesn't have the supreme athletic test scores. But A, no one will tell you he isn't freakishly gifted as an athlete in his own right. And B, he doesn't need to run any faster or jump any higher to dominate at his position, which he does. Can you imagine the numbers he potentially could have put up without Fant sharing the load? I would guarantee it would be over a 1,000-yard season. Do you know how rare that would be? Using expandtheboxscore.com, I can sort through just tight ends, and over the past 3 seasons, there have been 0 1,000-yard campaigns for the position. There have only been 3 900-yard seasons, including Caleb Wilson's 965 this year, Mark Andrews' 958 a year ago, and Evan Engram's 926 in 2016. I'll do you one better, John. Only 3 tight ends eclipsed 800 yards in that same span. Hockenson's 750 yards this season places him 9th overall amongst the tight ends in the past 3 years, all combined. And that came with Noah Fant garnering 19% of the team's receiving totals. I think the fact that there is a Fant and an Irv Smith Jr., to name just a few, speaks to how good and deep this class is at the position. Hockenson, to me, is the best of the bunch, though, and I think he should be yours as well. I really think we're looking at 2017 all over again with 3 first-round tight ends drafted. The difference is I think these 3 are better for fantasy purposes than the 2017 group. Let us know. Do you think we're speaking a little too flamboyantly on this group of tight ends this year? Iowa in particular, TJ Hockenson more specifically. Leave it in the comments below. As John mentioned, you can check out his other work on footballdiehards.com, see all his written work there. You can check out other people's takes with some other great articles and podcasts right here on dynastyleaguefootball.com. And the site I just mentioned and referenced, expandtheboxscore.com, is my newly launched creation where you can get advanced metrics and every touch of every player, compare players side by side. Anything you could possibly imagine you would want to do with college football, you can do it there, so go check that out as well. Thanks for watching us today, and go see all the other players we've covered so far in our 2019 NFL Draft Profile Series.